What's happening, guys? Coming at you from downforsoundshop.com. In this video, we're going to be going over how you go to select the right mid-range for your vehicle. This could be a super long video, but we're going to try to make it as concise and to the point as possible. So the first thing you would want to decide is, are you going to be replacing like a factory speaker, factory location? The first thing you need to do is figure out what size speaker you have in your vehicle. Sometimes you can look that up by the VIN number, like contacting a dealership, get your VIN number. They should tell you exactly what size speaker is in there. So after you know that information, you'll know how deep it is. And then we have, so first of all, if you're just wanting to replace your factory speakers with something that's going to be a nice little upgrade and easy, our CFX line of speakers was designed for just that. So these, most of the time, 95% of the time, they will be a direct swap out for your factory speakers. So super easy install and super easy way of upgrading your speakers in your vehicle from factory to something a little bit better. If you wanted to go to the next level, you could also add like a JP84 amplifier or a Minimax 100.4 to power them to make them sound even better. The next step is going to be, or what to consider is, are you wanting to do custom door panels or really upgrade the speakers in your doors, which that would, like, say if you have a 6.5 inch speaker, you could go with our Hexicone Pros. These come in Neos or Ferrite models, which you see in front of us right here. But the thing that you have to look out for is when you're putting different types of speakers and more beefy ones, is obviously they have a big magnet on there and they can get deeper. So you need to measure twice and order once. So check all the specs and make sure that you don't order something that won't fit. Sometimes people will be okay with customizing stuff, and they don't mind cutting out the back of the speaker, or like behind the speaker, like in the door panel, they don't mind cutting it out and making it where it will fit. So if you don't mind doing some customization like that, then it'll be fine. But it's just something to look out for. And obviously when you go to some speakers like this, you're going to want to put an amp on them. So that's how they're going to sound optimal, is to have them on like the proper power. So doing something like a JP34AB or a JP234 on 4 or 8 of these speakers is something that would work. And we have another model here for something like that. A lot of people use the our Down for Sound speakers that we did with DefBonts, the D4S 80s or 60s and 65s and 85s. People love these speakers. They sound amazing and they're not too big, so they're a good middle ground speaker to try to put in your doors if you're wanting to upgrade from more factory style of replacement speakers like this. And obviously, if you're wanting to go crazy and do custom door panels, you would be building them to fit like whatever speakers you're going to put in there. So you could do 2 or 4 or 6 speakers in your, or even 8 or 10 speakers in your doors. Just depends on how crazy you want to go. We also offer the custom speaker pods. So say in like a Chevy truck or some other types of vehicles, you can get the speaker pods that'll just mount on the outsides of your doors, and it makes it where you can put like 2 6.5s or 2 8s and some tweeters or something like that, making it very easy to do that instead of having to do so much work with fiberglass. Last and I would say definitely not least is if you're wanting to go super crazy, our CFX Pros, these are going to be your best overall speaker. They have the horn tweeter in the middle right here and a very nice mid. People even use these on motorcycles and side-by-sides and ATVs and stuff. Pretty water resistant. Obviously you don't want to have them facing up because water can get down in the horn and ruin the speaker. But usually if they're like more facing like this and you're not spraying water directly in them, they'll be perfectly fine. But obviously on the back side right here, they are very deep to accommodate the horn being in the middle. But if you put a bunch of these in your doors or on your like vehicle or side-by-side or ATV or whatever with the proper power, they're going to be crazy loud. I've heard them several times and I can't believe. In one instance, a person just had one of these in each one of their front doors in a car, and I could have sworn they had like 3 mids in each with super tweeters in each door. They're just crazy loud for what they are, but obviously they require a ton of room on the backside, so that's something to look out for. But anyway, that's going to conclude this video on what to like kind of look out for when you're wanting to do mids or like different mids in your vehicle, and also what your goals are with it. Are you wanting to do like an easy factory replacement, a little bit of an upgrade with some power added to it, or you're wanting to do sound quality or more SPL, just crazy loud? We got something for any one of those categories that you could be wanting to do with your vehicle with the Down4Sound brand. As you can see, this is just 4 of the different speakers that we offer, but with mid-ranges, we offer probably over 100 different ones. So you can check them out on down4soundshop.com. If you have any other questions, ask them in the comment section below and I'll try to get to you ASAP on those. If not, hit us up at down4soundshop.com or give us a call, 702-701-9800. See you in the next one. Later. What's happening, guys? If y'all enjoyed all the hot content that you saw in that video, be sure to follow me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram under the Lifer Price, and also Down4Sound Shop on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget Snapchat. I'm JPD4S on there, so be sure to check me out there. We'll see you in the next one. Later.